We just studied the Sutram 2417, Sa Napumsakam. That Sutram says that a Dviguhu compound or a Dvandvaha compound which expresses a Samahara aggregation is used only in the neuter gender. We used that Sutram in deriving the final form of the compound Panchagavam. Let's now take an important vartikam on that Sutram, which gives an exception to what has been stated in the Sutram. So vartikam reads, Akarantot तरपदो द्विगुः स्त्रियाम् इष्टः. Quite a straightforward vartikam. The meaning is that a द्विगुः compound which expresses a samahara aggregation and whose final member तरपदam ends in the letter a is used only in the feminine gender. As per the Sutram 2417, it would be used only in the neuter gender, but now the vartikam comes and says is that if the uttarapadam of a द्विगुः compound which expresses a samahara ends in the letter a, then that Dviguhu compound is to be used only in the feminine gender. Let's take one example here. Ashtanam adhyayanam samaharaha Ashtadhyayi, a collection of 8 chapters. So we're now deriving the word Ashtadhyayi itself. The Alokika Vigraha states Ashtan Am plus Adhyaya Am, compounding of course prescribed by the Sutram 2151. Tadhitartho Tarpada Samaharecha, because we are deriving a compound which denotes a Samahara aggregation. Hence 2151 authorizes the compounding. The remaining steps are similar to those when we derived the compound Panchagavam. So as per the Sutram 1243, Pratama Nirdishtam Samasa Upasajanam, the term Ashtan Am gets the designation Upasajanam because in the Sutram 2151, which prescribes the compounding, the term Dik Sankhye, which comes as Anuvritti from the Paraya Sutram 2150, Dik Sankhye Sanyayam, ends in the nominative case. And hence as per 2230, Upasajanam Purvam, the term Ashtan Am is placed in the prior position in the compound. Now Ashtan Am Adhyaya Am gets the designation Pratipadikam by 1246, Krit Disa because we have formed a compound. That allows us to apply a Sutram 2471 Supo Dhatu Pratipadikayoho, perform the look elision on the sup affixes am and am which are inside the compound Pratipadikam. So we now get Ashtan Adhyaya. The note here says that Ashtan has a designation Padam here by the Sutram 1414 Suptingantam Padam with the help of the Paribhasha Sutram 1162 Pratyaya Lope Pratyaya Lakshanam. So even though the sup affix am has taken the look elision, it leaves a Lakshanam behind which we can use to assign the Padasanya to Ashtan. And that Padasanya in turn allows us to apply the Sutram 827 Na Lopa Pratipadikantasya, because Ashtan has the designation Pratipadikam and here it also has the designation Padam, so therefore its ending letter Na takes Lopaha by the Sutram 827, which now gives us Ashta plus Adhyaya. And then we apply Akas Savarne Dirgha to get Ashtadhyaya. Note here says that Akas Savarne Dirgha 61101 is able to apply here because 822 Na Lopaha Sup Swara Sanya Tugvidishukriti restricts the application of 821 Purvatra Siddham. Recall that 822 tells us that the Lopaha elision of the letter Na done by 827 is not visible to the prior rules in the Ashtadhyayi that are in the following categories: Subvidhau, Swaravidhau, Sanyavidhau, and Kriti Tugvidhau. This rule limits the application of 821. As per 821, the elision of the letter Na would not have been visible to any prior rule in the Ashtadhyayi. But now as per 822, the elision of the letter Na is not visible only to those rules that are in the 4 categories mentioned above. The others do see the Lopaha of the letter Na. Right now we are performing a Sandhi operation by 61101. It does not fall in any of the 4 categories mentioned here. So therefore 61101 does see that lopaha of the letter na. So it does apply and we get ashtadhyaya. Now as per the present vartikam, the compound ashtadhyaya, which expresses a samaharaha and whose final member adhyaya ends in the letter a, is used only in the feminine gender. Remember, as per 2417, sa napumusakam, we would have to use this in the neuter gender. But this vartikam now comes and tells us that if the uttarapadam of a dviguhu compound, which expresses a samaharaha, ends in the letter a, then that dviguhu compound is to be used only in the feminine gender. Since the compound ashtadhyaya satisfies all the conditions mentioned in the vartikam, so therefore this compound is used only in the feminine gender. Now the question comes, which feminine affix do we add to this compound? Remember that before we use any pratipadikam in the feminine, we have to check the adhikara of striyam, which runs down from 413 striyam, to check if we need to add a feminine affix to the pratipadikam. We already know the sutram 414, ajadyatashtab. By that, the affix stop, the feminine affix stop, would be applicable here. But there is a special rule which applies to a dviguhu compound ending in the letter a, which is what we have right now. The rule is 4121, dvigoho. That will be our next sutram, which prescribes the feminine affix neep.